Okay. So basically, I've always wanted to know why, like, how many deaths are in SCP Container Breach. If you've wondered that too, then I will have the answer. Well, an estimate. There's a whole bunch of dead bodies, so I will not be counting those, if you're wondering if that. I'm talking about from all the sounds in the game. You hear 24 commotion sounds after like the main like kind of part of the breach happens. You hear like I think it was either 24 to 26 commotion sounds right after the main part of it happens. I haven't exactly counted how many there are, but I for sure know there's a lot. In fact, actually, I'm gonna count that right now. Counted that there's actually exactly, oh frick, I think I said 11 or 12. No, actually, yeah, it was 12, including either an SCP or a screaming sound. That's so much. And you also can't forget the intro, where there's so much screaming and chaos happening. You just kind of wish that you just kind of never booted up the game because of how freaking chaos. Well, that's kind of not, but there's so much chaos that happens in the beginning that it genuinely scares me, because I don't think there should be that much chaos happening in a facility, in a top secret research facility with like a lot of people in it. Oh, and yeah, speaking of which, there's a lot of people inside the SCP Foundation, and by the time the nine-tailed fox came in, there was one D class that remained. That was you. That was when the nine-tailed fox came in. I'm not counting that there's like screaming that I heard or anything from that. That was probably just from the freaking like chaos in the beginning. A bunch of people died without a scream. A bunch of people died in torturous, in brutal ways because of the SCPs. So many of them that I heard from the commotion sounds were either from SCPs or literally people just shooting. Probably Chaos Insurgents. Chaos Insurgents entered the facility at one point because of the Gate A ending. One of the Gate A endings. Spoiler alert. At Gate A, if you don't recontain SCP-106, you get a chance to go and meet the Chaos Insurgency, and then you win the game. You also gotta remember that this game isn't entirely accurate to what the intercom actually said, because there's at least 2 other survivors we actually know of that has escaped the SCP Foundation. That was most likely Agent Algren and Security Chief Franklin. We know from that. And the intercom person, if he was a person who was in charge of the SCP Foundation, then he survived too. So 3 total survivors we know of the 150 people who probably worked at the SCP Foundation. So subtract 4 from 150. That's 100. That's like stupid. That's 146 people who died because of the SCPs. There's also so many dead bodies around the facility. There's so many guards. There's so many D class. There's so much scientists who just died. There's a janitor in the entrance zone that gets captured by SCP-106. He presumably died too. There's Dr. Mayod that's either just a random scientist, or Dr. Mayod that got launched from the ceiling because of SCP-106. He died in the pocket dimension. You also gotta remember there's bloodstains everywhere, and in this footage I actually I saw one bloodstain. Oh yeah, here's a guard right here. I kind of have one bloodstain, but there's also that. But there's also Jim Jala's Jim Jala. I don't know how to say his name correctly, but that is just scary compared to how many people actually worked at the Foundation. There could be even more. There's Dr. Gears, who most likely died. There's Dr. Light or Bright, I forgot his name. Oh, that guy right there who just fell from the ceiling. He could have been Dr. Mayod. Who knows? I just go into here because I just kind of ended the video here. So the video will kind of cut here. But honestly, it's just surprising to me how many the SCPs in here just killed everyone. We also can't mention the freaking. We could also mention honorable mention the SCP-682 scene that happened with the SCP-682 chaos that happened at when you're in heavy containment zone or just in the SCP Foundation for a long time. You hear SCP-682 roaring, then you hear some shooting, and then he roars again, presumably killing the person who actually just died, who just shot at a. I just can't stop hiding here, and then I end the video here. I'll continue for a little bit because, well, I'm pretty annoying. But you also gotta mention that, like, SCP Containment Breach remastered, which has shooting in the chaos part. Man, I just think that this game takes its atmosphere to a whole nother level. And if you ever want to play this game, oh my gosh, I just freaking remembered. There's the general sounds. There's the ambient sounds, which has a lot of screaming in it. There's just too much to count for. So many people died because of the SCPs or chaos insurgents. A suicide guard was in the freaking entrance zone. He committed that in the entrance zone when you come into the room. It detects that, and then he just shoots himself because he doesn't want to die because of an SCP. He would rather die because of himself. Humans are scary. Why am I getting up to that video? Okay, anyways, roll the credit scenes, whatever.